David, did you think when you made that start, you think, well, this is it, we've cracked it, we're on our way?
No, I'd never think that you've cracked it or you're on your way. I think it showed the start of the game was really positive. I thought the players started the game well, got ourselves in front, everything we worked on, the attitude that they want, how you want to start a game of football was there for everyone to see. But unfortunately, we've been in this movie before where a moment of madness and a poor touch that led to a lunge and tackles definitely changed the game, and at that moment I think it shows you as well, other teams as well, that trying to win a game in this league with 11 players on the pitch is hard enough, but to do it being down to 10 men after such a long period of time makes it even more difficult.
Fair decision, the red card?
I've got no complaints yet, no complaints. I think it's the height in which he does it. I don't think there's any malice in the tackle at all. You just can't do that.
You had quite a few of those this season. What's causing that?
I think that's a question for the player that does it. I don't think you can control. I've never condoned that as a player. You'd never go into a tackle deliberately to lunge into it. You see it regularly in football where you take a poor touch and then you lunge into a tackle. For an experienced player, it makes it harder to take as a coach because you expect them to make the right decisions in their moments, and especially the way we started because it's in the middle of the pitch, nothing tackling. But unfortunately, we've suffered from that before.
The game's littered with mistakes. As a coach, there's not a lot you can do for some elementary mistakes.
No, I think there's always coaching points within it, 100%. It's not always directly my fault, so to speak, but it's definitely my responsibility, so I need to rectify it as quick as I can. You look at the goals we've conceded, whether we had 10 or 11 players on the pitch, they're avoidable in the moments, and I think that's probably the bit at the moment that's harder for me when I'm looking at it going, how can we rectify it? Obviously we show the players we do everything we can to make sure that in the situations we need to do better, but there's no doubt about it, the red card's a massive turning point in the game, and they got a massive lift from that, the momentum they had because of how we started. It really turned the game, to be honest.
Was that the most disappointing bit, that you never got a reaction to the red card?
Well, I think it is difficult, as I've said there. It's a massive moment in the game, a big momentum shift. There's a little bit of settling period after that as well. I thought for the next 5-10 minutes we were okay, and then obviously once you lose the goal, which is a real poor goal to concede, with 3 or 4 opportunities to deal with it better than we did. And then the second goal's a set piece, and the third goal's a killer, which is you're still well in the game with one goal in it. Changed the shape a little bit to try and be more of an attacking threat, but then it's an individual error again that's cost us the goal. And Dundee didn't have to work hard for that in that moment. That's the bit that frustrates the most, because it's not a lack of effort from the players at all. You see that tonight, they go right to the very end, they're giving absolute everything. They're hurting in there at the moment because of the effort they're putting in. But there's just too many individual errors at key times. It's costing us. Even the fourth goal comes from an error as well, but the lads were still pushing right towards the very end, trying to get themselves back into the game.
There's a lack of confidence there, but how do you instill that if you're not winning games? How do you turn that around?
Well, one thing you can't do is feel sorry for yourself. Definitely not. You need to stick together. Confidence is something that you need to try and, it doesn't just come. You have to keep working hard at it. You need to double down on the areas in which you feel you've maybe let yourself down. If there's areas in which you can improve, you try and do that. As myself as a coach, it's my job to try and improve everybody. So I think the quick nature of the game coming again on Tuesday night could be a good thing as well, because there's no time to wait between now and the next game. The full focus now will be on recovery to get ready to go again, because the position we find ourselves in, and as you've touched on the confidence side, you've got no time to feel sorry for yourself because the games are coming thick and fast.
I take it you fully expect to still be here and you still want to be here?
100% want to be here. That's a decision for the powers that be at the football club, and I think until someone tells me otherwise, I'll do everything I possibly can to turn this around. I think, as I said, the way we started the game, the response I got from the players at the start of the game, and then the effort to go right to the very end, I know the players are still with me 100%. I know they're still got that desire to try and turn this around, and I would say that we know the areas in which we are. I can't sit here and defend it because I've said it too many times now, so I understand that as well. And I understand the frustration from the supporters, 1,500 of them or so, making the effort to come up here tonight, which is incredible when you consider the weather conditions in Edinburgh, especially today, and around the country. So the effort that was made to come and support the team, and which has been here forever since I've been at the football club, and I understand the frustration and the pain, and I think until anybody tells me otherwise, I'm going to do everything I can to turn this around.
You applauded the fans for a long time at the end. They were stoic, kind of stuck with you, didn't they? The fans?
Yeah, they always have, as I've just said there. They've travelled in their numbers everywhere we've went. I totally understand the frustration, and the reason I clap the fans is because of the effort that they've, as you just said there, the appreciation that they show towards the team. During difficult periods, we need them to be right behind us all the time, because they're going to be a massive factor on Tuesday night again when we play Aberdeen. We need them to be there, like I'm sure they will be, and supporting the team like they always do.